Here we go, back again with another match day review. Well, what do you make of that, folks? Oxford United 2, Sunderland 0. And I want to give a big congratulations to Oxford United for surviving in the Championship. You secured your safety today against a very poor Sunderland side now. You could see which team wanted it the most today. Oxford clearly wanted it for survival. Sunderland trying to find some kind of form before they enter the playoff situation. And the team, no Mienda. Now, for me, that's a massive blow. Now, hopefully it's precautionary because we want Mienda fit. Mienda is pivotal for me in that side. It's the only one that looks like scoring at this moment in time. And I would love to have Eminem back, Mienda and Mundle for the playoffs. It's good to see Dennis Serkin come back on today. Now, I think when Serkin's fit, another game in his, get another game behind him next weekend. I think he'll be an asset for the playoffs as well. So I'm hoping it might come together at some point. But we are kind of grasping at straws. 4th straight defeat on the bounce. Now, QPR next week don't have anything to play for. So that would be more of an interesting game to see where we stand. But yeah, it looked as if today, as if we were going through the motions. There's one or two things stand out like a sore thumb to me today. I don't know what you feel and think on the subject. But hoofing these long balls forward for Isidore, for me, is piss poor. It is poor. None of them work. It's hidden hope. And Isidore is just being fed off scraps. Simple as. Now, I don't think he's playing that well in the first place. So for me, that's why we need Mienda fit. He is the player for me with a bit of oomph in him. Something about Mienda that just changes the shape, the dimension of the team with him, up top. So yeah, for me, you can just stop just kicking those long balls forward to Isidore. Just a waste of time all day. Other thing, Paddy Roberts. He's been poor, hasn't he? He is poor. He's only scored 2 goals all season, 7 assists. And today he was just another one that was... I'm not going to single anybody out, to be fair, but I thought, out of most of the team, he was one that, for me, was one of the poorest ones on the side. Them two things stick out like a sore thumb, along with Mienda and Mundle. Get Mienda and Mundle back, and Serkin, for me, it's a different kettle of fish. But ifs and buts and maybes, and today didn't show me anything to give me any hope at all, even though I feel confident still that we can make it through to Wembley. When I watch things like that today, that just makes me look like a bit of a fool, doesn't it? Disappointed. Team news, Lafayette shoved out on the left-hand side. So we start the usual 3 suspects in the middle, Job, Neil and Rig. And I think the likes of Neil. I thought Rig had a slightly better game, but Neil was poor again. Lafayette, the first half weren't very good for the first 15 minutes. It weren't very good, full stop, to be honest. We were like, you could see, Oxford were really up for it. Their crowd never stopped singing the whole of the game. So congratulations to the crowd as well. Well done. I'm pleased you stayed in the Championship. But the fear, he's getting back I think he's going to get back to match fitness just in time for the playoffs, Lafayette. Now, we need to have Lafayette in the centre. So, for me, we've got to have that shape right next week against QPR. We've got to have Lafayette in his natural position. I know we've had to put him out there because he thinks that's the best side out of the players that we have. And for me, Mienda would probably go on the left-hand side with Isidore up top and Lafayette in the middle and rest Rig, if that's all we have. If we have Mundle back, Mundle on the left, Lafayette in the centre, and Mienda up top all day long. But depends which players are coming back. So, like I say, the positives for me is I'm hoping that the Mienda thing isn't too bad of an issue. But Oxford's goals, that free kick and that header, got to give some credit where credit's due. It was a cracking header. Look, 9 was poor in there. Again, are we really putting... We're not. I know we're not. We're not putting our bodies on the line today. We're playing through the motions, 60%, 70%. If we play like that in the playoffs, we out first stage, simple as. But we've got to believe there's a bit of another 20 or 30% and the passion that Oxford players were showing, we'll show that in the playoffs. We've got to believe that's what we'll do in the playoffs. Because like I said, if we play like that, it's game over. But you got to feel it. There's a bit more. I mean, there's no passion, no oomph from Neil, is there? There's nothing from Roberts. There's, you know, look on night today, a couple of things that he should have really done better for the first goal. I mean, he just like half-heartedly got the header in, didn't he? But it wasn't that great. Second goal, Oxford second goal again. Good free kick, good save from Patterson. I'm a bit dubious whether it was a free kick or not, but I only seen it the once, so I'm not quite sure. Patterson's save was good. He couldn't do anything else. I mean, he had an abundance of bodies in front of him. His reactions was good, and it's just unfortunate we couldn't defend. You know, the second chance where obviously they did well to score the goal. So, you know, end of the day, I'm not going to take anything away from Oxford United. They were far better, the better side. We did come into the game second half. You know, we had Chris Rigg got a header onto the post. Once we got on the likes of, once we got Roberts in, and we got Cirkin on, I thought that was better. Obviously, Watson's just there just to make up the numbers at the moment. You know, we're not going to see anything great from Watson again. I think all the players, you know, there's no one really stands out today. If I had to give a man of the match, if I had to give a man of the match, it's a struggle. Samid come on, and how poor was he? 4 chances, 4 passes, 4 touches, all gone astray. Samid should be nowhere near the first team. Alexic any time before him. But, you know, anybody really before Samid. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough to watch. It just screams of a team not putting the effort in, not wanting to get injured, trying to keep themselves fit. But now, you know, you've got to go from this to really switching it on in the playoffs. Can a team do that? That's it. Can players do that? Is all this, you know, Dan Neil today a couple of times, his passing was astray, it was terrible. Hume's passing was, you know, a la with the shop. It was just like the whole collectiveness just wasn't good. You know, even Mepham. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and slag the players off. I'm going to take it on the chin. We'll put it down to experience. Let's just hope that they are trying to keep themselves from any injuries. They're not, and they're trying to stop themselves from being, you know, yellow carded, red cards, and they're just trying to keep themselves in cotton wool ready for the playoffs. Is that a good thing or bad thing? Let me know your thoughts down below. I can't for the life of me believe me that that's how good that team can play. There's got to be more. We've seen better. There has to be. Just hope that Mienda's back, Mundo's back, and we're really up for it. Cirkin's fit, and we're right up for it in the final. And we've got it in the playoffs, and we've got to have Lefebvre in the middle. But then again, I think Chris Rigg was probably the better of the midfielders today. Anyway, there we go. That's just my opinion. Well done, Oxford United. 2 cracking goals and well-deserved stay second term in the Championship. Celebrate tonight. Hopefully, we'll not be playing his next season if we get promoted to the Premier League. But at this moment in time, it doesn't look good. Anyway, take care. God bless me. God go with you. Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Let you know. You can't really give anybody a man of the match for that game, to be fair, can you? But it is what it is. We are getting a lot of doom and gloom out there, but I can see by 4 straight defeats, we're going to get the negative doom and gloom as it happens, you know. I'm the same. I'm trying to put a brave face on it. I really am. But inside, I'm getting worn down. I'm getting worn down because it's been shite. There's nothing, there's no bones about it. The football's been shite. You know, it is. We've tapered off like last season under Dodds. It was shite towards the end of the season. I'm hoping it's not just going to be a replay. And we're going to be a bit of a whimper-damp squib in the playoffs and just capitulate and get rolled over. I hope we really do turn up for the playoffs. Anyway, we've got 1 more game to go. Right, see you later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully,